Yeah, once we get some plant matter, I don't want it to seem overly stone-like, so that's why we'll be adding a bunch of trees here and there as well, just to make sure there's plenty of greenery.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
It works.
It's working. What was the problem? That's so weird.
No idea. I didn't do anything other than the troubleshooting that I tried to do during the stream.
Right.
You know, I shut off my computer last night and then maybe it's the order by which, like, I loaded up Minecraft first and then I turned on all my streaming software that I use like one by one after, and
All right.
I mean, I don't know if there was some kind of conflict with OBS or something, but
Yeah, I've never known anything like that before, but I mean, it's not impossible, obviously, like if you're having the issues, but I'm glad it's working.
yeah, same. I mean, I really was super eager to get on the server and join you boys. So I'm
Nice.
yeah, I'm on my way back. I was just I found a nice area to do some farming. So
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
so I've been working on that today.
Sweet. We have Dan played for like 6 hours today. It was
Yeah,
pretty good.
I joined and he was going strong for a couple hours, and then he left like, yeah, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or something maybe. So
Nice.
yeah.
I don't want to like wreck any of his stuff. He seems to have made like a path down to the river and like a bunch of stuff. Just leave it. I'm just gonna leave it.
He gets right into it, you know. He's a very skilled lore builder, if you will.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I like that. I'm glad. I'm like, it's just nice that like people are actually playing on this server. You know, I just thought I'll set it up and then I'll be the only person playing on it. Nobody will bother or whatever. But
Oh
it
no,
seems like
this
people
is
are actually
great.
using it.
I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people on my end too in chat are enjoying it. I think they like the scope of it. I think is what I enjoy. It's like people kind of hop on, play their own, and then there's opportunity as it grows that we can do some stuff to. Oh my gosh, have you
Yeah,
seen the
look at-
cows?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was busy. I was showing him how to like herd them in, and I guess he went nuts. We need them anyway. We need them for leather, so
That's true.
I'll kill a bunch of them after. But yeah, no, come over here, like where the furnaces are. He's like this offering. Look at it, fuck inside the chest. It's really good. You gotta read the signs first.
An offering to the dadmin of the server, Sips. In this box, you will like what you see. Oh wait, he's a secretary of. What is he? The SOT secretary.
Yeah,
of...
the secretary of treasury, I think.
Oh,
is what he
okay.
said.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like. That's what he wants. I mean, that was his opener. He was just like, "What are the roles here?" And I said, "What do you want to do?" And he said, "I want to be the SOT." Okay.
I don't get the okay, the honey bottle is nice. Is there, I wonder, any meaning behind the numbers? He's got like stacks of 5 paper, 5, 2, 31, and 34.
Yeah, he's done something similar here with there's another box here too that says, "Let's get this bread, Dan," and then there's numbers in the middle, like.
Oh, okay, 596. I can explain that. So he has this thing in his chat when like people do like the same emote in a row, and then it'll automatically be, you know, is a combo of 14 in a row. So I guess his record is 596 emotes in a row. And so I'm telling you about the lore. So now he go like 596 is like a big thing in his community. Like they are the 596.
Right. So it's like a callback to them.
Yeah.
Like, through his lore or whatever.
And every time when you play Tarkov with him, anytime he sells stuff on the flea market, like say most people would sell it for 20,000, he'll sell it for 19,596.
Right. Okay, so he just like he uses the same number. That's hilarious.
It's his favorite number.
What a guy! Yeah, that's hilarious.
Good dude, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've I've been trying to get, well, a farm set up, but also it's like not just an ordinary farm, so it's been taking me a little time. But my intent is to build, it's not too far from here, but my intent is to build like a rail cart, like with the redstone stuff.
Right.
And then I can just send all the foodstuffs back here, nice and centralized.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, we can make we can get an area set up for when when the minecart makes it back or whatever.
Kind
Can
of
I
like,
come and see? Is it far from here? Or?
yeah, not too far. Let me just, I gotta pull up the core. It's like 234.50. Is it this way? Yeah. So if we go this
We
way.
got maps. It looks like did you make the map or
I did not. I don't know how to make
oh,
maps.
Dan must have made it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too far. I just wanted to explore a little bit and find a patch of. I like working with the land. You
Yeah.
know?
Right. Okay. No, I mean I get it. I did a little bit of exploring earlier. I found the ocean. Hey, I like that. Look at this. There's like a free animal pen down here. Look at them.
Oh, I did not.
It's like a.
There's
like
chickens, some
Yeah,
cows,
yeah.
some sheep. There's some llamas or alpacas this way somewhere
Oh.
as well.
I think can you ride them? I'm not sure. I think you might be able to ride them.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I played enough vanilla, but like there's still aspects of vanilla that I'm not aware of. I usually just my chat usually tells me like what to do. And I just do
Yeah,
it.
I've been doing a lot of stuff. Like I tried to bake bread and chat.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "You're an idiot. You
You
don't need to bake it. You just put 3 wheat in a row, and then you got bread."
No, I mean it's an honest mistake because it's an old game that has a lot of mods for it, right? So
Yes.
if you've played any mods before, it's very easy to get confused and think that like vanilla works that way. Like I tried to bake bread as well. Like I tried to turn wheat into like flour so that I could then bake bread because that was in a mod that I used like kind of recently. I totally forgot that it was just wheat straight into bread.
Yeah. Yeah,
It happens.
I really like I'm not too familiar with the mods, but Pam's Harvest Craft, because it has you
Okay.
go kind of all yeah, you gotta grind the wheat down first, and then you mix it with water and salt and whatever else, and you make the dough.
Yeah, it's just like I find mods kind of like that sometimes, right? It's
Mhm.
like here's something that's really simple. Let's just overcomplicate it for no
Yeah.
reason, but sometimes it works. Right?
Well,
like,
yeah.
Sometimes you want things to be complicated because it's just somehow more fun. But
Because I think, wait, let me just double check my coordinates. We're going to 234.50. So
oh, it's a nice. Oh,
okay, we just go
isn't a
left.
cave. It's
go this
just an
way.
indent. All right.
Oh, I haven't been in that cave. I
No,
found
it's not even a cave. It's just like a indent in the mountain.
I did find a pretty sweet cave near my base, so I got a bunch of diamonds I'm gonna give you to take back.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Jeez.
So again, I gotta preface this. This is like pre-alpha development.
Right. I mean, already it's looking pretty awesome. Like, did you do all this already?
Today, yeah.
Jeez, it looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like those like hillside farms that you'd see like in China or whatever, like rice paddies sort of, you know?
That's kind of the inspiration. This wheat here is just for like actual sustenance.
Just fun lake wheat.
Yeah, but
Nice.
and ignore my ugly little hut. But the plan is like, so you've got all these different levels, and the
Right.
cobble will become some nicer material at some point.
Oh my god.
And then at the
Look
top,
at this.
at the top, I've got like, this will be a natural little spring, and then you've got the water's gonna flow down to each level and like, you know, kind of self-water, and then eventually all the water will flow into that little pond or lake or whatever the heck you want to call it.
This is great.
Yeah, so I've done this like in the past one time, and I
Right.
really, really liked it. I mean, it's a decent amount of work to set up. Obviously, you could just do like a flat thing and
Yeah.
grow stuff, but once you get all the plants in, and then I'll pop a few trees in, and
Yeah, it's a
And,
lot. I mean, that's the thing. It's such a good game for this sort of thing, right? Like, oops, I just.
Oh, don't
removed
worry
your
about it.
squares here. Sorry.
no. It's there's still a lot of work to do and tweaking, but I mean, you get the idea. I think.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God. I love that you've just found this like place out here as well, you know? Like I like that we have like a central place that people can come to, but that, you know, people, because like Dan built something down by the river, you're like out here and stuff.
mhm.
It's nice to have sort of like these separate like satellite areas that we could
Yeah.
eventually like connect up, you
Like,
know, with
yeah, I
like
didn't want to get
some
too far, or I don't want to be like antisocial. Like, no, this is me, this is mine. But I just thought this was like a good area where there's a lot of space, and then
yeah.
I plan to somewhere over here. We'll just have like a little minecart section and load it up, and
Yeah, send it down and
yeah,
grab resources and stuff. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
'cause
I mean, we have tons of resources back at the main base because we've had to excavate so much stuff.
mhm.
So obviously, like, if you don't feel like just digging and mining, like, you know, like really basic stuff, like we have chests and chests filled with dirt and like cobblestone and stuff now. So just like take whatever you need whenever you
Yeah,
need it.
I took a few to get me started, and then I started this little mini mine here. Which
Nice.
actually here I'm gonna give this to you now before I forget.
And
'Cause
you've got a bed over here too?
yeah, I put a bed here
Okay,
so just so
perfect.
I don't have to, like, if people need to go to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, it's that's great to skip the night, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
I tried to make like the ring like for the town hall area. I tried to make it high and then light it all up in the middle so that at night we don't have stuff spawning in. So then, you know, it's not. Oh, you got some emeralds too.
Oh
Nice.
baby, yes I do.
Oh
And
my
there's some gold for
God.
you.
Jeez.
I'm gonna hold on to the
12
iron.
diamonds. Yeah, yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah, I
I'll
gotta
put this
yeah. This
I'll
is
put this stuff like back when I get back, and but like obviously like take whatever you need. Like
Oh yeah.
don't worry. Like
Sharing is
if you
caring.
need to make yeah, of course, yeah. That like all that stuff is just there for everybody. It doesn't matter.
No, I used some of the diamonds that I got. Like I found a nice little cave down here when I was just needing to get some more cobble, and it just
Just had an adventure, a
diamonds
nice little
and
adventure,
goodies.
yeah.
So yeah.
Man, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Like when you're done.
And
Even right now, it looks great.
well, yeah, and I mean, don't be like, if you want to like work on this or do stuff here too, like it's not like mine. I'm just getting it going. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean I'm gonna build like a kind of like an elevator down to like the mine below like the town hall sort of thing. Just like because I want to build more onto it and it's just easier to like work there. But like I think eventually once like that sort of stuff is done around there and like the area around it is a little bit more done, I'll probably find somewhere to make like a house or something. But
Yeah.
we can get like the like elytra and stuff, right? Like from the end. Have you guys made it that far before?
In like we did on a modded server, well, Apollo and I beat the Ender Dragon dude.
Yeah.
But it was kind of rushed, I'd guess. So what was it? Electra or Elytra?
Yeah, elytra. It's like the wings, and then you can use fireworks to like fly with it. So
Oh, we definitely didn't do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's all vanilla. So like after you beat the Ender Dragon, you get like a portal like in the middle of where he was that takes you like further into the end. And then depending where you end up, you can find like they're like floating cities that have like different monsters and stuff. But one of the things that you can find there is these wings. And then you can come back here and we can just fly around everywhere.
This is very pleasant sounding.
Yeah. It's good.
I would like that because it's weird. Like I was never big into Minecraft when it first came out for the first few years, and then I would try and dabble here and there. But like at that point, a lot of people knew so much more, and so for some reason that kind of like didn't. I don't know, it put me off a little bit because I'd be just like trying to cut down a tree, and they'd be like, "Oh, you need the axe of Elbagon or." Something like I'm like what like
wait, you never found the axe?
No, not yet.
Oh shit, you're missing out. It's a really good one, like one of the best. No, I know what you mean. I used to play lots of like my first sort of introduction to Minecraft, proper Minecraft was modded, like this mod called Tekkit, which had like 300 mods in it with like a lot of industry and stuff like that, which I liked enough, but I never really played vanilla. I'd say like I got into vanilla maybe 2 summers ago, and it was because I just wanted to play hardcore. Like I just wanted to like see how long I could survive for, and
Yeah.
see, you know, if I could beat all the bosses and stuff, which I did. But I mean, I died a bunch of times and lost like a bunch of progress. But my most like recent one has like maybe like 150 hours or something in
Oh
it.
wow.
Like I built this like massive glass dome over like this city that I had all these machines in and stuff. It's like it's still going too. Like I can just it just updates flawlessly with like all the patches and everything. It's pretty great. So
That's
like I
nice.
can just go back to it and play it whenever, sort of thing. Um, but yeah, no, I really enjoyed just playing vanilla, like off the back of that, and I just think it's just such a weird thing. Like after playing a lot of modded, I thought I was just like, oh, whatever, Minecraft. You know, it's like this, you know, trendy game, and it's kind of like I'd rather play other stuff. But I just really enjoyed playing vanilla, and I have like a lot of time for it now, and especially like in this kind of setting, it's really fun. It's like it's fun watching like Dan get really into it. You know, like
Mhm.
I don't think he's ever really bothered to play it before, but
Well, yeah, that's kind of what fuels me too is like I like to play this kind of stuff, but and I have a
yeah,
lot of ideas like creatively, but sometimes I don't know how to get them out there. So when you see other people do stuff and make stuff, I can build off of that. I think that's
yeah, yeah.
what I like to do. So that's the idea of this server is really alluring to me because you get to see like, oh, you know, Sips is working on this, Ryan's working on that, and then it's kind of like,
Yeah, yeah. I love the you know, like this like the chests that Dan left and stuff, you know. Like I love that somebody's been on here like while I'm not on here, but they're doing stuff and they're like leaving you like little presents and whatnot. It's just it's hilarious. I
oh
love all that.
yeah, we did that. So we had like a modded server, and I spent like 3 hours doing this little. I made this kind of room out of just like nothing but quartz, and it was like very kind of eerie. And then I had a few little like books and puzzles and riddles, and eventually
Nice.
when they solved them, it would lead them down. And in the I think it was Revelations, and there were these special eggs, and when you did something to them, they would spin like crazy, and then they would hatch into a little mini like baby version of whoever hatched it.
Oh, cool.
So like there was, you know, Apollo had one, and Dan had one, and Ryan had one, and
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, it was awesome until like 30 seconds in, Ryan just killed like, you know, his, and then mine as well, I think. So it's like 3 hours of work for 30 seconds, and like, but I mean, like, it was really cool because yeah, it's just like this fun thing. Like they hopped on and they had no idea what was going on. So
Yeah, I love doing I love all that. Like that side of it is always great, isn't it? Like you just I I remember like of all the times that I played, like one time we were doing this like we did a Minecraft series, like me and a couple of other guys, and we had this thing where because there was three of us and we were working on a dirt factory, but we had all the mods that we needed to make to manufacture dirt from like basically compost or whatever.
mhm.
But it had like conveyor belts and everything, and you know we had like all this lore built up around it. You know, we were building this factory and we were out in the middle of a swamp, and like everybody else thought that we were like idiots, but we were going to make a lot of money doing it or whatever. And me and another guy started building like this because the mod part of the mod pack had drugs in it as well.
Oh
So
my
we
gosh.
started building this huge underground secret meth lab. You had to go like into like this janitor closet that had cobwebs and everything, and if you pulled the lever, it would open a door, and it would just be like it was kind of like Breaking Bad. It was just like this pristine like space age meth lab,
Oh, I
and like
love that.
he just didn't know it was there for like the longest time. It was so funny.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
yeah. Apparently Dan has some kind of secret garden or whatever we're supposed to find at some point,
Find
but
eventually. Yeah.
yeah.
Hello,
Thanks.
hello.
Hey, hey,
Oh,
what's up?
hello.
Hey, I'm ready to play some Minecraft.
Oh my gosh. Dan played for 6 hours today,
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
and he left all sorts of like presents, and he's built like farms and stuff. Oh my god, he's just gone crazy.
It's eaten into
hilarious.
his Tarkov time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he missed a real life meeting as a result of it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the 2 hours you spent trying to lure a bee back to spawn? Oh.
How would you
Oh,
like to,
man.
Dan had to like meet with his accountant or something like that. And he's, oh, sorry, I cancel. I've been playing too much Minecraft.
I couldn't get this bee into the glass box that I built, unfortunately, and now I've had to miss our important real life meeting.
Yo, you guys have made a ton of progress.
Yeah, we've like built the wall up and stuff. Dan's cleared a bunch of the mountain over there. Look, we've got a whole herd of cows that we're gonna kill pretty soon for their leather. It's nice. Been really
This is excellent.
been really good. Yeah, we've been pretty busy. I kind of got like the ring sort of done, and like I went with your idea. I think it looks better like sunken down in the quadrant, so I dug it all out and replaced it. But yeah, I played for a couple hours today. Yeah.
Bogor, 2
little
Adams, thank
koi
you both.
pond over here.
Murphy, thank you too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dan figured out how to put fish into a bucket, so it looks like we've got like a little pond now as well.
An offering to the dadmin of the server Sips. In this box, you will like what you see.
Oh, I did. I loved,
S-O-T.
I loved what I saw. Yeah.
Ryan, can you figure out the numbers? He's got different, like the papers are in different stack quantities.
They are in different stats.
And I don't think that's, knowing Dan, I don't think that's an accident.
You don't think so?
No. They might be
Probably
actually, depending on what they are, they could be coordinates.
Dude, I think it's his phone number.
His social security.
552-3134.
1, 2,
Wait, is that actually his number?
3, 4.
No, probably.
Just
I,
do a
I
quick
wouldn't do
call.
that to him.
No,
No,
he's
unless
got
he
a
did it to
number
me
in
first.
his Twitter profile, but it's
It's for marketing purposes.
that's
only.
his burner phone. Yeah.
He's got a burner. Nice.
No, he lets people text him, and then he texts them back. You
Yeah,
should
it's
do
like,
it, Sips, but don't tell him it's you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that actually.
You could.
Yeah.
I'm going to. That's a really good idea.
It is him that responds to the messages.
Yeah, a lot of
genuinely.
yeah, a
Like,
lot
I
of
know,
people thought
like,
it was automated, but he's actually like types out the stuff. I think.
very few things rattle Dan, but someone on my subreddit was like, "Yeah, I think Dan uses a bot to reply to the messages," and then he got in the comments and was like, "I don't get offended by too much, but just so you know, that's not the case."
No?
He was genuinely like, I would say, a little upset.
You know,
Oh
you
my
you
God.
call a man's integrity into question.
I understand.
Yeah, I would do the
completely
same. I
understand.
probably wouldn't have been so kind about it.
Oh,
All right, go.
So what do you guys? What's your objectives? What's your aims right now?
hey, did you see the notice board or the task
Oh.
list?
I
put
like
one
that.
up.
That's
Okay,
good.
I'm gonna kill this zombie, and then I will.
I did it for
choose
you.
A task.
You
I
said
am
you were very task oriented, and I thought, you know what?
very true.
We got to get a task list up there. Some of it, I think, is almost kind of done. A
I'm
little.
very task driven. Let's get this bread from Daniel. Oh my God, he put 596 loaves of bread.
Yeah. I had to explain to Sips what that meant.
Yes, I've had the explanation. 596.
I still don't really get it, honestly, but
Oh, it's
it's like his best emote streak in his chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most emotes he did in a row or something one time, and now he sells stuff in Tarkov apparently for 596 as well.
Yeah.
Like it's just like his.
it's his
It's
thing.
like the wet bandits, but that's his
Oh,
calling
yeah.
card is 596 instead of like flooding your bathroom.
Yeah. And then
After
wait,
a
it was
robbery.
the wet bandits, and then they became the sticky bandits, right?
Yeah, what was this? That was Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
My son wanted to watch it, and I said, I didn't remember it being that good, but like
Oh, it's solid.
maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
I remember
You should definitely watch it.
Three
because
is where it's not.
3 is
Yeah,
horrible.
1 and
Okay,
2,
but-
1 and 2. If you like 1, you should like 2.
3 doesn't even have any of the original cast in it though, right? Was
Correct.
3 the one that didn't have Macaulay Culkin, didn't have Marv and the other guy and
Harry.
yeah, I think all of them left at that point, right? My God.
Yeah.
The first one is so good though. It's one of the best. Like
It's
my son watched that and really liked it.
Great
But then he's
movie.
like, I want to see number 2, and I was like, you know what? Just watch 1 again. It's really good. He's just like, no, I want to see the New York one.
yeah.
Well,
People are gonna like, because I've talked about this kind of ad nauseum recently, but Home Alone 2 is actually kind of like it's unbelievably violent, and also kind of, to me as an adult, makes Kevin McAllister just look like a psychopath.
Oh yeah.
right.
Like the wet bandits get out of jail and they plan a heist on a toy store, and Kevin McAllister at any point could have just called the police, but instead what he does is wait for them to break into the toy store. Then he like sets off the alarm, lures them to like a home that's undergoing renovations, and basically just kills them over and over. Like he throws 4 bricks off the roof into Marv's head, just like
Yeah,
cracking
I
his
remember
skull.
that. Yeah.
Marv
The
gets electrocuted so much he turns into a skeleton. Joe Pesci, his
doesn't he
head gets
get
lit on fire again,
That's
and
right.
then
Yeah.
he dunks his head. He does a handstand into the toilet, but
It's like
Kevin has filled
kerosene
the
or something.
toilet with kerosene. Yeah, exactly. So he just freaking explodes.
I
It's
mean,
it's just unnecessarily violent,
But the
in my
best
opinion.
the best part is when they remember the whole swinging paint cans from the first one when they're going up
Ah,
the
yeah,
stairs.
yeah.
and
So they
try to
pretend
avoid
they
it,
get
yeah.
hit, and then he just like throws this massive metallic, like, I don't know, pipe or whatever the heck
Yeah.
it was.
It just feels like like the whole thing feels like such a legal gray area, right? Because like after all the commotion and when the police turn up and they find out that like there's been like an attempted heist or whatever, and they're trying to get to the bottom of the caper, but then they find out that some kid has been like lighting people on fire and like burning their hands with like red hot doorknobs and stuff like that. Who goes to jail in that equation? Because like
Well,
if I was
I
in
don't want to
charge,
spoil
that
it.
kid would be like going to like the insane asylum,
Yeah,
you know,
Guantanamo or something.
or something. Yeah, I
G-Bay.
just
Well, at the near the
Gee.
end of Home Alone 2, they catch him because he slips on some ice, and Joe Pesci puts a snub-nosed revolver against his temple and says, I didn't make it out of the 6th grade, kid, and it looks like you're not gonna neither. And that's where the pigeon lady throws a bunch of bird seed on
Oh, the
them.
pigeon
Yep.
lady. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I remember the pigeon lady. You know what? It's really weird. The whole scene, like creepy, like dark Central Park, New York, with the pigeons and stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
always reminded me of and I think I sometimes get confused with Mary Poppins. You know, like there's a
Oh,
scene in
okay.
Mary Poppins where it's like kind of like almost nighttime, and I think it's like after they do the chimney sweep dance or whatever, and like everybody just runs away, and then I don't know how to explain it. It's just a little bit
Stuck in your
upsetting.
mind.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know why it's stuck in my mind, but also it's like I have this thing like I don't know if you remember this show being on TV when you were young. Maybe it's like before your time. Do you remember Teddy Ruxpin?
It was before my time, I think.
Right. So Teddy Ruxpin had this really depressing theme song, and the combination of Teddy Ruxpin playing like the show starting and the theme tune playing with sort of like around bedtime on Sunday night, so like like the end of the weekend, you got school or some whatever, you got your whole week ahead of you. I just remember even as a young child feeling crushed by that. Like it was the worst. Like I just couldn't like I'd feel sick to my stomach sometimes. Be like, "Come dream with me tonight," and I'd be like almost crying. It was just the worst.
Oh man.
I know.
Oh,
Sorry,
dude.
sorry for
good.
lowering the mood, but
It's okay.
No, it's
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 just
it's
how I
funny.
feel. I just
Dude.
how I feel.
I did hate Sunday nights as a kid. That's
It's the worst, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, nothing worse. Like you just had so much fun at the weekend and done just like that.
Yeah.
God,
Snap
I
of a
gotta go
fingers
back to
over.
this stinky school.
Yeah. Damn it. No thanks.
But I bet when you have school-age kids, Sunday night has kind of a different vibe to it, right?
Oh my god, yeah, Sunday night. I mean, there's still a lot to do. You got to like prepare their lunches and stuff like that, but it's a small price to pay for the fact that they're going to be out of the house
Oh, for like 8 hours
tomorrow
a day.
for like
yeah.
8 hours. Yeah, I know.
What's your
Pretty nice actually.
What's your typical? You can help Ryan out here, Sips. What's your typical lunch for your kids that you pack them? Like what kind of sandwiches and
Well,
side
times have
snacks?
changed a lot. I remember when I used to go to school, you could bring like Pepsis if you wanted to. People
Yep.
brought like some kids had chocolate bars or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You're not allowed to take any of that stuff to school now.
Really?
For like
Uh,
allergies or like obesity.
Well, no, there
concerns?
are allergy concerns, so you can't take anything that has nuts in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you do, your kids have to just eat alone somewhere. I don't even know where, so we make sure we don't put anything with nuts in their lunch.
Nutritional pariah.
But you can't have too much sugar in your lunch either. Like they're pretty strict about it. Like you'll get a letter saying, "What the fuck are you doing? Like stop
Oh.
sending this stuff."
Wow.
So
Yeah.
basically, thanks Michelle Obama.
and
it's
Jamie
just-
Oliver.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, no, now you can't even have like a Pepsi or anything in your lunch. Like I mean,
What
not
about a
that I
Diet
had
Pepsi?
that all the time,
Yeah.
but it was an option, you know.
I don't.
Now it's not,
I don't know if I
not
ever
an option.
had. Like I always had a juice box
yeah.
or like one of those. Oh, what were those drinks? They were in like the little kind of flimsy plastic bottle with the foil cap. You gotta pull off. Oh, just really fake tasting. I can't remember the name of them.
Oh, I
Freshie?
think I remember those. They were really
Yeah. Not
sugary, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it was not Capri Sun, although those were in like the foil packs.
yeah, I
but-
do remember. I know what you're talking about. The one with the foil caps.
Yeah.
I remember having them.
Not Jugs. It
I
wasn't
don't
Sunny
know about
D,
that.
but like not Kool-Aid. No, they were Hug Jug? What?
There was like a no-name sort of like brand of them as well.
Yeah.
Right? There was like a non-branded version that somehow tasted more nuclear than the
Yes,
than the
that's
normal ones.
appropriate.
Like it was just like too much sugar. Like it
Yeah.
was, like I mean it was fine, but it was just also too
Oh,
much.
Mondo. That sounds familiar.
Mondo?
Mondo might be it. Yeah, that does sound familiar.
You guys ever get those like they were called Chubby? They were little. They sold them at Giant Tiger, which gives you some idea of
Giant
their quality.
Tiger, my god.
They were just smaller sodas. I remember like my grandpa was pre-diabetic, so he used to buy those, but then he would just drink like 4 of them instead of 1 bottle of normal soda.
Jesus.
That's
Kind
a,
of defeated the
Mondo.
purpose.
that's the thing that ticks me off about like they keep coming out with different size like cans of Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah.
Like what do you come on, man. No,
I do wonder who,
Do you
who
guys-
buys
do you-
the little cans.
Do you guys drink like soda and stuff?
not
I'll,
a
if-
ton.
If we order like delivery, I might get a Diet Coke or something like that.
Right,
but
right.
I don't order like, or I don't take it from the grocery store and keep it in the house.
Yeah,
You,
same.
like you wouldn't buy like a 24 pack of Cokes or something like.
Nah, because then I would just drink it, you know.
Did you used to drink a lot of it like when you were a kid though? Or
Not
like, would
not a
your
lot of soda, but like a ton of because my parents are from the era that was like soda's bad. They at least were there,
Yeah.
but they also were like, but juice is like it's good for you. It comes from fruits. But then they would buy just like the canned fruit juice concentrate, which is just
Like the
pretty
McCain
much-
stuff?
yeah, it's just sugar.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
I
much,
would
yeah.
drink, I don't know, like probably 6 or 7 glasses of that a day.
Yeah,
Which
no, I
is-
mean it's it's fair enough. Like you just sort of like you drink what's there, right? Like when you're a
Yeah.
kid. Like we used to always have a lot of soda and stuff. Like I don't drink it at all anymore. Like maybe like if I go somewhere, like if we go for like a meal or something, I might get like a Coke or something. But like we never buy it. Like we wouldn't have it in the house or anything like that. But it's just like I just always find it like I don't know, like kind of weird, like cause I don't drink it. It's like one of those, it's one of those things like, oh, I can't understand how anybody could be different to me, sort of thing. But like, really, in this case, though, I can't understand how that for some people is like the go-to drink. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
of all the other things you could drink, like in your day, just like a big bottle of Coke just seems like it would absolutely kill me to drink that now. Like, I
Yeah.
would just. It's just like a massive overload, right? I just can't do it.
No, I hear you.
Bubble tea. Ooh.
But as a kid, you're like, why would I drink stinky water? It tastes like nothing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean,
When instead I could have, that was like the best part of going to like a birthday party. It was like, oh my God, or when you go to Pizza Hut and they get like the pitchers of soda.
oh yeah.
Just, it hits different when you're drinking it out of one of those.
Oh man, you go to KFC buffet night, big old pitcher of Pepsi. You get some garlic bread with cheese for like your little
KFC. Where you going to?
No, sorry, not KFC, Pizza Hut.
Oh, it's like this guy got garlic bread at KFC.
Yeah, the garlic bread with cheese at the pizza. It was good too. And then you go get the pizza and the Caesar salad. Oh, those were the days, dude.
You guys want to sleep and skip the night?
Oh yeah.
We got beds over here by the there's like a map. It looks like Dan made a map on one side of this, and then we got like the tasks on the other side. Malf's got his own place like out in the sticks where he's making a garden, but he's got a bed out there too.
Yeah, earlier today I watched him try to find his way back to the dome.
I did.
He eventually found it.
Nice.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
So I think I'm gonna work on I'm gonna try to hollow out that mountain.
Here, fall down this. Fall down this
okay.
hole. Look, it's perfectly safe. I think. No, I think it's fine actually.
I don't see any water at the bottom.
No. That's because it's deep down. Is it okay?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
I'm
perfect.
Have
How
we
do I
found?
get back up though?
Have we found a
You have
village yet?
to. You'll have to go up the stairs, but I'm gonna make an
Hey.
elevator. Sorry. Thank you for testing it though.
Oh, it worked perfectly. I think you just gotta not press any directions on the way down.
No, yeah. Well, I don't think there's any like ledges or anything to like kill you, sort of thing. So I think it's fine.
Yeah. Have we
Well,
found
that's good.
any villages yet?
No, I haven't actually. I haven't seen any. I went. Which way is this? Hang on a second. From here
real
out,
Real stairs.
south. So that would be if that's south, then this would be. Wait, which way am I? I'm very confused now. I don't know. Anyway, this direction. That makes sense. If you keep going for a long ass time, there's ocean, which I found earlier.
Yeah, I found a temple.
Oh, did you?
Hey.
Yep.
What, like a jungle temple or?
No, it's in the desert.
Like. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's not too far from where I am. And I accidentally blew myself up though.
Ah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a pressure plate at the bottom.
Right.
And I saw the pressure plate. Like I was just trying to inch my way around it, and it didn't go so well. So, unfortunately, we didn't get any of the goodies in it. So, no.
Damn.
Yeah. Not bad.
Well, it's okay. I don't think there's anything in there. I think like one of the things that you might want to get from that is like a horse saddle, but I haven't seen any horses either.
Same. Yeah. I mean, we got the llamas.
Yeah.
Which if we can ride those, I mean there were a lot, and there were pigs by them and everything else too. So
Yeah, apparently Dan like killed a traitor. He just murdered him without even like asking, and then
he killed a pillager too. Have you seen his shield?
Explains it.
He's got a cool shield, yeah.
So we were mostly kind of doing our own thing, and then he just like broke the silence. He's like, Malf, like a call to arms. I need you to get back to base. Bring everything you got. And I was like, what? And I don't know. He's like, I'm not exaggerating. He's like 100 people chasing me, and I was like, what?
I love that.
Yep. Good old. But I guess they despawned, so.
I think like when I first spawned into the server, I mean I don't know what anything in this game is, right? Past like cobblestone. And
Right.
like some dude that looked like Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants started attacking me, and I was like, "All right, I guess I'll just murder him." And then when I
Yeah.
murdered him, chat was like, "Well, now like they're gonna raid the village." So maybe that's
Oh,
what
that's
Dan had
yeah.
to
I
deal with.
think that triggers it. Yeah, I think if you fight them, you can trigger raid. There's like an event with those guys eventually where like waves and waves of them attack. Like
Oh,
it's like a full raid, and like they have like these rhinoceroses that they ride on, and there's wizards and stuff, and it gets pretty intense.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I think some of the things that they can drop like these little golden babies that you can hold in, like it's like an idol you can hold in your hand, and it's kind of like a cheat death.
oh,
It's
okay.
really good for hardcore because, if you accidentally, fall off a ledge or something and die, it'll resurrect you with like half health and like some regen or whatever, as long as you're just holding it in your offhand.
Yeah, it seems pretty huge.
Yeah. It's just like a little golden statue. Like a
I've
little
already died
baby.
2 times
Oh yeah, if you press
on
tab,
this
you can
server.
see how many times you've died.
I died once, technically, twice.
Oh, you know what?
You killed
When
me
you
the
were
one
having,
time.
yeah, when you were having connection
Ah,
issues, I
yeah.
killed you once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did die to a skeleton earlier. It
Yeah, I
happens.
got killed by an Enderman. That's the only time I died.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know they could spawn like this early or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen a
yeah.
couple.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't see them, right? You're supposed to look the
Look
other
at the
way.
ground. Yeah.
I will say, by the way, I was gonna show up a little earlier. I started my stream a little late today because it's my wife's birthday. But
Oh.
I was gonna show up a little earlier, but I had to explain to chat, like, even though everybody's on the server right now, I don't want to start the stream with Minecraft because then that's all the stream is gonna be. The whole like
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be done, right? So I need
No,
to
yeah.
only do Minecraft when it's the last thing, or maybe like on special occasions, because otherwise that's all I'm gonna get done.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like that, right? Like, I played it like today, but earlier, but knowing that I have like, I had to do like other stuff sort of thing, so it wasn't too
Oh,
bad.
you had like
but
the Among Us lobby,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw.
yeah. But I'm not in the lobby tomorrow, so I don't know. I might just like play Minecraft.
Oh wow.
or
Hey, it's Friday. You know,
Yeah.
let loose.
I don't
Oh,
want
that's
to
right,
like
it is.
I don't want to wet your guys' like whistles too much.
I can't
Please
whistle,
do.
so please do.
Okay, good. Like because Minecraft is pretty fun right now and stuff, but eventually another thing that we could do is play Rust, which is kind of fun.
Oh, I've
No.
been looking for a little Rust action. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
deny it.
like just get like a private server, like with a couple of people on it. It's got really like fun building mechanics and stuff. There's lots of like little things that you can build, and it's pretty fun. It's not. I wouldn't say that it's like as sort of long term as Minecraft, because I think with Minecraft there's a lot more to do generally, sort of thing. But Rust is really good just for like farting around and
Mhm.
building weird stuff. Like you can build, I don't know, like like some of these RP servers, people are building like
Yeah.
casinos and like haunted houses and like
Dude.
an outdoor bear maze, or like what about like a platform in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, you do a boat tour and take somebody to a platform, but there's a bear on there and stuff, like
Seems
there's
pretty neat for sure.
a bunch of things you could do.
Dude, that'd be sweet. I'll open up a poutine shop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, Malf,
I-
are you Canadian?
Oh, very much so.
Oh, this hadn't come up yet?
No, sorry. I don't,
Ryan and
I don't know,
so we've
I don't
known each
know-
other since we were like 14 or something.
Oh,
Yeah, we went
okay,
to high
so
school.
are you Kingstonian as well?
Yes. Well, I mean, I
Right,
grew up,
okay.
just outside of it as well. But I mean,
Right,
that's pretty much the only place around there people know of. You probably know about Napanee, right? Avril Lavigne represent.
Napanee, I've heard of. Yeah,
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne, I've also heard of. I've never been, but I mean, Ontario's
Oh,
such a big
you're
place.
There's
really-
nothing, it's just a Tim Hortons.
You're not missing
really.
much. Well, so it's weird. Like most Canadian small towns and stuff, they built a Walmart kind of out on the outskirts. So now all development happens around there, and the downtown is just like they're trying to revitalize it. But the problem is, it's just like 50% are clothing stores for old ladies, and I'm like, that's
Very true.
that like yeah, I get it. They need to get some clothing too, but like if you want a hopping popping downtown, you need something like an arcade or I don't know, like a Starbucks or like anything. There's nothing down there, so it's pretty sad.
Nah, that sucks. It's like I mean, like where I grew up, I grew up like in the suburbs, like just outside Ottawa. And it was the same. Like I grew up in this neighborhood that was like used to just be like farm fields, and there's like a big housing development that went up on those farm fields that they probably just bought for nothing. And for the longest time, it was just houses with like a grocery store, a gas station, convenience store, whatever. You know, like the essentials kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really any reason to be out there other than to like, you know, to commute back from your government job downtown or whatever, you know, like. But then like just as I was like getting ready to move over here, they completely like the other side of the road, which was still farm fields, they completely redeveloped the whole thing, and there was like this gigantic Walmart. There's a big Loblaws, like, you know, like one of the Loblaws like superstores.
Yep.
They put one of those in, and it's just like it's unrecognizable now. It's just like completely different place. It just I don't like it. It looks like lots of other places, but it looks nothing like what I remember it looking like, sort of thing, you know? It's just like it's just really built up and busy now.
Oh, it's a shame. Yeah.
I feel like every town in Ontario, well, probably like Canada in general, but it has like the exact same landmarks if it has a population between 10,000 people and like 200,000.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's just
Like, yeah, like downtown Kingston is kind of like it's got some distinctive stuff, like old architecture and City Hall and stuff like that. But uptown Kingston is just like, you know.
yeah, because Kingston's got like some old like colonial era forts and stuff, right? Like,
Oh, Fort Henry,
one at
baby.
least.
Fort Henry.
Fort
yeah.
Henry, yeah.
Used to be the capital of Canada way back in the day. It was the
Way
first
back.
capital of Canada.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sir
what
John
about,
A.
like-
used to live
So-
in Napanee.
It's true. The same place as Avril Lavigne.
Yep. Coincidence?
Oh my God. God. That is exciting. That is very
There's a
exciting.
pizza place right next to where, you know, I used to get my haircut in Napanee, and they had the Avril special, which I can't remember what was on. I think olives were on it, which
Well, it better be complicated, right? Like otherwise, what's the point?
it was a little funky, but I always respected Avril a little bit more because she liked olives on her pizza.
God. What does she even do now? Does she still make music?
Is she still with
Think
Chad
so?
Kroger? Are they're married?
No,
Or
they
broke up?
unfortunately broke up. Yeah,
I think she makes
sad.
music. Yeah. I don't know.
dude, I didn't realize it's gonna take a long time to flatten out this mountain.
Yeah,
Rather
no.
than look at it as a negative, I'm like, dude, this is gonna be sweet.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get some enchanting set up so that our tools are better.
Can you
But-
make them like broader or just more durable? Because I've never interacted with enchanting.
You can't make them more durable, but you can make them faster. So like there's like an efficiency mod that you can get, which makes it so that like, you know, if you're digging dirt with a shovel, instead of it taking like 3 hits to get rid of a piece of dirt, it will take 1. So you can just kind of like
that'd be nice.
slice through it like really fast, which is kind of nice. But durability, like the thing with durability, like it doesn't actually change like the maximum amount of durability, but you can get another enchant called mending, which like uses XP to mend
Flannel,
whatever you're
thank you
holding,
very much.
as long as it has
Okay.
the enchant
For the
on it.
52.
But for that to really
Mushu,
be
thank you for the
good for
4.
us to work, we need to find a mob spawner basically, like in a dungeon or in a cave, and isolate it, sort of turn it off by putting torches around it, and then once it's off, we can kind of build a chamber around it and like force it to just spawn like mobs into like this like controlled environment that we can just kill them and then take XP from
Oh yeah.
indefinitely, sort of thing. It's like an XP machine.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we? When we did Unity, we had like was it a blaze spawner or no, a gas
yeah,
spawner or something like that?
there was definitely a skeleton one and a zombie one. Not far from base, I remember. Because I remember many times dying down there, and then Apollo would have to come and rescue us.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yo, are you going into the nether, dude? That's...
Yeah, I gotta find some, oh my god, I'm being attacked as well, straight away. I need to find some soul sand for this elevator. I'm just hoping that there's some, like, close to the portal, but it doesn't. Oh, yeah, there's a bit down there.
I don't know anything about enchanting, but I'm supposed to tell you, Sips, that unbreaking is durability for tools.
Oh, I'm breaking. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I'm rusty. I haven't played in a while. You can get, like, up to 4 enchants on one thing. And, like, as you're enchanting... sometimes you can just get like a bonus enchant, like, so you might roll like, I don't know, efficiency and then apply it to a sword or something, but then you'll get durability as well or something else. And sometimes it can be mending, which is like a really good one to get. But then sometimes you might just get some trash that you don't want, and then you're kind of stuck with it. So there's like a bit of min-maxing to it if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
It can be fun.
Have you ever played RimWorld, Sips?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't want to assume, but I was like,
no, yeah, I've played quite a bit of RimWorld.
Good.
What about you? Have you?
Oh yeah, I definitely one of my favorite games of the past decade or whatever.
Oh, it's a fantastic game.
Yeah, I mean it's it's one of, because you were talking about the vanilla versus modded earlier of this, and like I still like to play RimWorld vanilla every so often, but also you kind of get absorbed by the mods, and it's just like there's so much stuff that you can add. And
yeah, I played. I installed a mod that was like it was like this like hemp mod sort of, which made it just introduced like all these like different drugs, which was pretty fun. But also introduced like all these really OP like armors and weapons and stuff that you can make, which kind of just broke the game. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
it took a lot of the fun and challenge out of it. But I mean, you know, I played it enough times without, and it was and it's fun. But like, I don't know. I think sometimes you can. Oh, nice.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm with you there too. Like sometimes I'll do a bunch of mods and then I need to make sure that they don't just make it too easy, right? Like some of them I feel like they do a better job of balancing. It's like, all right, you can make this, like I do every so often Rim Atomics, which gives you you know,
I was gonna try that. You can make like a nuclear reactor and stuff.
Yes, right? And it's awesome because it can blow up, and you got to deal with radiation, and you know, there's like this, just the research alone, like it basically has its own research bench. But you can also do like these advanced laser weapons and stuff, but like it takes so much money and time to get to it that it doesn't feel like it's overpowered.
You all right there?
I was getting so scared.
He lays down in bed. You just got like 20 arrows stuck in you.
Should I be sleeping?
Amazing. We can do. Yeah, we can skip. I wanted to try Rim Atomics because I was playing RimWorld quite a bit around the time the Chernobyl series came out. And so I was like, oh man, I would love to play a game where I could manage my own nuclear power plant. But maybe RimWorld is enough for me, sort of thing. But
it's definitely cool. Yeah, like
that game's ability to create stories is fantastic, though, isn't it? It's just
absolutely.
It's just great. We had this guy in chat, and we named one of the colonists after him. And I think we had like an infestation, or we were raided or something. I don't know what happened, but basically he got shot in the head, but it didn't kill him, but it turned him into a vegetable. And he couldn't do anything. He was just stuck in a bed forever. But it was kind of like life support, you know. We had somebody that would feed him every day and stuff. And you know, we harvested one of his kidneys because that was like the initiation. Like if you were part of the crew, you had to survive a kidney operation, sort of thing. And so one of his kidneys was missing, and he was a vegetable, and everybody just sort of took care of him and stuff, and it was pretty good. And then we did this other initiation where everybody was initiated by smoking a doobie, including all the animals and stuff as well. So
Wait, you
everybody
hotbox them or something?
No, like, you can just administer, when they're
that's
sleeping, you
right.
can just administer a doobie to them. So all the animals got to smoke a doobie, all the colonists got to smoke a doobie, and then this one guy who was a vegetable, it was his turn for a doobie, and I just figured, whatever, you know, he might not even be able to smoke it, but, you know, just to like be inclusive or whatever, here's your doobie. He died.
What?
That was it. It was just that, and that should be a lesson to everybody listening right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs
You
are
should
bad.
never. His first weed killed him. That was it.
Yeah. I don't think, RimWorld, like, doesn't get enough credit for its narrative. And,
Oh man.
like,
I know.
even when somebody makes a masterwork and you're like, all right, let's read the art description on this. And, I mean, sometimes it's coherent, and sometimes it's kind of like AI Dungeon, but it's just hilarious because of how descriptive it is. And, yeah, it's so good.
It's a phenomenal game. It is really, really fun. And I think, like, again, like what we were saying about mods before, I think maybe I was talking to Dan about it. Some mods are just like busy work for the sake of it, you know, like they'll take, the only modification is, you know, something that worked just fine, but making it more complicated, like, you know, in some effort to squeeze more time out of the game or whatever. But then some mods are just so well done and clever, and they just complement the game perfectly. And RimWorld definitely has a couple of mods like that.
Oh, yeah.
But the weed one wasn't one of those.
No. I had, like, a kind of a similar story where I either had a guy, I think one of the colonists was named after Ryan, and yeah, like, got shot in the head, or like took a club to the head, and so was just like bedridden. But I also have a mod that allows you to clone, which, you know, you could argue is a little OP, but it also, you have to make like your own protein mash and nutrient mash, and like, you know, it's kind of expensive and tedious, and the maintenance to upkeep the clone machine is a ton of work too. But yeah, you basically just take like a little sample of the person, and then you just tend to the machine, and then yeah, I ended up cloning a replacement Ryan. And then eventually, though, I got like some other super advanced, like actually I think it was Mathis. He was also had brain damage, and I ended up like putting in an AI chip and like slowly turning him into a cyborg. But then one day the AI chip, like, he tried to take over the colony. He went rogue. Like, it's so good.
Oh,
like,
man, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dude, I had a great moment in AI Dungeon today where I'd given it the prompt that basically set up that it was like in the Game of Thrones universe. So we were fighting this great battle, and there were peasants on one side of the battle. So I wrote in as a story command, I was like, if I see the Lord whatever, I swear to the 7 maidens, I'll poke his eyes out. And then the computer thought for a second, and it was like, yeah, and I'll piss in the holes, said the other peasant. And I was like, man, the AI is getting so good.
Oh my god.
It's just a perfect response.
That is
messed
perfect.
up.
Jesus. Is that worth playing, would you say?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. If you have like any kind of like improv enjoyment or like creative writing, like it's you make your own story, much like in something like RimWorld, but obviously you can be like way more like explicit about what you want and like the direction that you want it to go. And some of the stuff that the AI comes up with is just like ridiculous.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I guess like Malf, I don't know. You're on the $10 tier because there is like there's paid AI. Apparently, the free AI is like not so good necessarily, but the $10 a month AI is pretty sweet.
Yeah, you want the one that's like Dragon AI or whatever it's called. The default one is Griffin, I think, and it's not as good, but yeah, like you knowing your enjoyment of narrative and creativity, of making everybody smoke doobies, I think you would.
I loved that. Yeah, it was really fun making them all smoke the doobs, and there was all sorts of like just like dumb things that you could do in that, right? Like I used to I had this system, like just like like you'd get. I used to do this in XCOM as well. Like I'd customize all my characters. Like when you just started out and you were like a rookie, you had a cigarette hanging out of your mouth, and then but if you did really good, you got bumped up to cigar squad. So you'd have like the big cigar. Yeah, yeah, and it was just like a really like quick visual way of telling like who was good on the team and who wasn't, sort of thing. Like who wasn't like pulling their weight. I love stuff like that.
That's a great game.
Yeah, it's oh my god,
That
XCOM
sucks.
is so good.
Ryan and I tried to do. There was like a multiplayer mod that like it got shut down or whatever. Like the devs are like, don't do that. So we never got to try it. But there's very few games I've ever wanted to multiplayer more than XCOM 2.
Yeah, XCOM is really good. They had that Chimera Squad that came out.
Yeah, did you play it?
Year? Yeah, it just felt sort of like XCOM Light, but it was pretty good. It was
I thought it was fine.
Some new mechanics and stuff. I feel like it was kind of like these are the things you can look forward to in the next big game, like the room breaching and all that kind of stuff, which I think I'm down for that. Like,
I feel like it was a reaction to Phoenix Point or something, like
yeah,
which I wanted to like more than I did. I think some of the ideas were good, but some also kind of felt a little half-baked, so
yeah,
I only
never
played
played
2 missions in Phoenix Point, but I guess like the thing about Phoenix Point is that it's like way more granular. Like instead of your shots having a chance to hit, you can actually like aim them at a specific body part and it'll have a chance to hit that body part, and that could cause like debilitating injuries or something.
Yeah,
it's like the kind of the Fallout sort of like zoom in or whatever. Yeah. Which was kind of neat, but I will say like after a certain amount of time, I was like, okay, well,
Yeah, I played a bunch of XCOM, and I like the genre. There was another game that came out a while back that was like kind of surreal. It was XCOM like, but you were like a pig or like a fox or something.
Oh yeah, Mutant Year Zero.
Yeah. I tried
JC,
that.
that's a great idea.
It was okay. Like I maybe should have played it a bit more because I think I probably would have liked it, but I think I was just playing other stuff at the time or something. I didn't really.
It loses, like, I think mechanically that's a good game, but it loses some of the like emerging gameplay where you make your own story and stuff, because I think the way, if I remember correctly, that it works is like you have to beat missions to move on, and then like you're a specific cast of characters, if I remember correctly, and it's like half stealth as well is the other thing. Yeah, it was like it was a good game, but really, like, I feel bad, but anytime I play anything like that, I'm like, I really just wanted like more XCOM.
Yeah, I just feel like XCOM just did it perfectly. Like, I'm the same. I just give me more XCOM. Like, I don't really want to play anything else. But yeah, it's interesting to see. I guess after XCOM 2, the big thing was you saw like under the water or whatever, right? So it's gonna be like another like Terror from the Deep or something like that, which is, I guess, kind of good. I think people like that, or did they not? I don't know. I'm not like I never really played the old XCOMs. Like,
no, same.
Like XCOM 2 was kind of the first time I really got properly into like an XCOM. Oops. Oh.
Somebody in the community made some voice mods for XCOM 2. Yeah. They're like based on, peeps in the NLSS verse. So there's like Dan, and there's Ryan, there's me, and there's a few other individuals, which you might not think like that it makes XCOM 2 that much better, but it does. Like, there's nothing better than Dan running in to like fight a bunch of aliens with the shotgun and him just yelling, "Let's go, boys! Let's go! Let's go!" And they're contextual too. So like, you know, when somebody gets hurt or whatever, they would have like, you know, somebody, you know, a clip from somebody's stream being like, "Oh no!" Like Ryan going, "Oh no," or whatever. It's it's really, really good.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I feel like the only game that got close to XCOM, like scratched the same itch for me, was Darkest Dungeon, which is, if you've never played that, it's really good.
Yeah, Darkest Dungeon's really good. I actually I played it a bunch on PC, but I actually picked it up for mobile as well.
Oh yeah.
Because it's you could just play it on your tablet, right? Like, and at the time when I got it, I was like, I was traveling, like, well, obviously more than now, sort of thing. So it just seemed like I got Prison Architect actually as well.
That's a great game.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good game, and like on mobile or like for tablet, it's surprisingly like not bad either. You know, like, I mean, the controls like aren't amazing, but it's still like very playable.
Yeah,
like, you can still sort of, you know, lose a couple of hours like on a flight or something like that, just like planning out a prison or whatever, which is pretty good.
I got the Darkest Dungeon for Switch, and at first it didn't feel as good because you have to do like learn a bunch of button combos and stuff that aren't super intuitive. But after that, just being able to play Darkest Dungeon on the Switch it's sweet. I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. There's a whole bunch of expansions and stuff for it too, right? Like it's
the Crimson Court.
Yeah, and they're all meant to be pretty good. Isn't there another one coming out soon?
Darkest Dungeon 2.
2, yeah.
Yeah. It's been announced and everything, right? I don't know much.
I think it's this year,
but...
right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it's this year. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Check this out. You want to come down and look at this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You build like an elevator to get back up?
Yep. So you don't have to go down the stairs anymore. So if you won't be able to go down the water here. See, it just sort of like bumps you. So that's the way up. So the way down, you just drop into this hole, land in the water. And then if you want to go back up, just step into the water.
What? Yo, that's incredible.
It's not bad, eh?
That's amazing.
Yeah. So now you can just like get down here and get back up like very quickly. Whoosh. And you won't drown in there either. It's like it's got bubbles.
Let's go. Do dogs fight skeletons, or am I losing my mind?
Yeah, no,
wolves,
they can.
if you like, you gotta feed them, or you give them a bone, I think.
You give them bones, yeah. And when...
they want the bone. That's why they're attacking the skeleton.
Yes, yeah. I think like even if they're not trained, I think they always attack skeletons.
Okay.
But there should be some bones in the chest if you want to give a dog a bone.
You know, let them live their lives.
Yeah, just let them be free, do their own thing.
I'm gonna mine up some freaking diamonds. Like, this is how Minecraft always goes. Is now I'm like, it's gonna take forever to flatten that mountain, so I'm gonna go into the mine to get some diamond tools. And then
there's 20 diamonds in this chest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, MALF gave us a whole bunch, and there's like just a bunch left over from earlier too. So if you need anything,
I will take 4 of them. I feel confident.
No. I mean, you should make yourself a pickaxe for sure, a diamond pickaxe.
Yeah.
I also made a hoe and a sword, so you know, don't be shy.
You made a diamond hoe.
Listen, I mean,
that's how you know he's. I mean, if you got him, you can spend them however you choose. Right?
No, but I wanted to save some for everybody else. But I figured I've been doing a lot of farming over here, so.
Yeah, I appreciate it,
dude. I mean, I also brought back emeralds. I don't. So you use emeralds to trade with, or with the traders or something?
Yeah, you can do. Sometimes the traders like will trade. I mean, there's all sorts of different stuff you can trade with. Like sometimes they want to buy like rotten meat.
Of
Sometimes
course.
Sometimes they want to buy whatever. You know what I mean? So you just like. We'll need some villagers eventually. We can kidnap some and imprison them and force them to sell us stuff.
Oh, nice.
Okay, this is good.
An enchanting one is pretty good because then you can get like on tap a pretty good. Like mending is a pretty good one to get, and then you can trade emeralds for it or whatever. You level them up and stuff. There's like a whole villagers and traders and stuff. It's a whole mini game in itself.
You can also, if you wear gold shoes into the nether, you can drop gold bars for piglins, and then they will give you a resource.
Nice.
Which could include ender pearls used to fight the ender dragon.
What? I made some gold Yeezys for Dan earlier.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Actually, there should be more. The chest there somewhere.
We can get some capes eventually and just fly everywhere.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember when we played modded, I had like that slingshot, like the slime.
Oh, the
boots and
slime?
Yeah.
Dude.
Hmm.
Hey, Ryan, remember in modded when you destroyed my canola farm?
You remember in modded when you built that huge canola farm, but you didn't put torches around? So...
It was in progress, and you guys were like, "Let me look now," and I was like, "It's not finished."
I mean, I'll take 51% responsibility.
Okay, that's all I
as
ask.
far as I'm willing to go.
Yeah.
Because once that creeper got into the AO, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it.
It's fair.
Two of those. Need to make some. Do you know if Dan planted sugarcane?
I don't.
Do you know what I'm gonna go check because I think he did.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, actually, I'll go in the morning. Maybe we can skip the night if you guys are. around.
Oh yeah,
on the way.
just give me 1 second. I gotta pick up that. Okay. I gotta run back out of here.
Oh, hold on, I gotta kill this creeper.
You got a bow and arrow?
I do.
You can get an enchant for bow and arrow where it doesn't use ammo.
Can you get rails from
all
the
you have
mine?
to have is
Oh,
one
that's
arrow in your
right.
inventory, and that's like infinite ammo.
Amish
just that
Burrito,
one
thank you for the sub. Let's go.
Yeah, I've never used the enchanting
Thank
at all.
Yeah, I'll set up a table. It's kind of weird. You gotta build the table, which isn't like resource intensive, but then for it to work like at maximum efficiency or whatever, you gotta build bookcases all around it, which are kind of a pain to make.
Because you need leather for the books, right?
Yeah, you need leather for the books and then paper as well from sugarcane, so takes
Apparently,
a little while to get set up.
Dan does have some sugar cane, I'm told.
Okay. I'll go and see if I can find some. I mean, I got some earlier, but not enough to make as many books as we need.
There we go. I am in bed.
I think the sun just came up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did, yeah.
Oops. Actually,
Oh my god. Looks like I've made no progress at all. It's crazy.
No, but even if you're just running around killing stuff, like they drop tons of useful stuff, right? Resources like that we'll need.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I tell myself anyway.
yeah, I'm gonna need.
God.
I'm doing something. It's just gonna take a while, and then once it's done,
Holy crap,
nobody's
you
gonna
should
notice.
You should see this farm that Dan made down here on the river.
Oh, is that the one that apparently he was
He's-
making a natural-ish farm or something?
He's got like some llamas down here and everything.
Dang.
Those are not his llamas, but
Oh, right.
if they belong to him now, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, no, well, that's what they Whoa. That's what they say. Oh, who's this? Somebody's attacking me.
Okay.
People are asking why I'm leveling this mountain here. It's because it was on the to-do list. I'm a simple man. I saw 4 things on the to-do list. 3 of them I would have to look up something new in order to learn how to do them. I said, screw that.
So leveling them out, yeah, and I mean, but it's an important job because we want to like, while those mountains are there, we can never be safe
I guess that's true.
because the bad guys will just spawn in on those mountains
Mm-hmm.
and they will get into the ring of our town hall, and they will steal all of our stuff. I mean, most of the stuff in there is just kind of dirt and cobblestone, but still.
Bro, what's going on with the spider, man?
Oh
What's he
yeah,
doing?
what the hell
He's
is
like
he
he's
doing?
just spinning around on that tree over here.
Oh, it's Sips gave him a doobie.
Oh yeah, we had to inaugurate him. And, he had his dupe.
I always like the same thing happens to me in RimWorld that happens to me in all the tycoon games we talked about last time, which is like the start of it, I'm like, oh, I like plan a little bit. I get like really ambitious, and then like one thing goes wrong, and the whole house of cards comes down, and then I
Yeah.
spend 20 hours like just patching over mistakes that inevitably lead to more mistakes in the future because of the solution, and like then I quit forever.
And then you just yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean it just kind of is like that sometimes.
At least RimWorld is like failing is part of the fun in RimWorld. Like sometimes there's almost nothing you can do if like, you know, you're mining into the wall and then there's like alien eggs or whatever show up in there. And
Yeah.
Factorio was the one where you're just like inundated at all times with the inefficiencies you've created.
Dude.
Factorio is the worst for that. I was just talking about that today. Like at the start, it's great because it's simple enough. Like the systems that you make are simple enough where you're like, yeah, this is great. Like I can see stuff moving on these conveyor belts and everything, and I really like that. And then later on, it just gets so complex and it's impossible to like be efficient with it unless you spend a ton of time playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it just feels like really unsatisfying when you get to that point, right? Where it's
Yeah.
just so overwhelming and you have no hope of sort of making it work nicely. I don't know. I always give up around that time as well.
Yeah, I used to
I feel like it's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I used to like I'd get out graph paper and I'd like plan out
Yeah.
like I'd be like this is I'd try to make stuff modular, so I'd be like, all right, this is the best layout for like whatever producing iron or whatever the thing was, and this is the module for this and that, and then you lay them out, and then like later on in game you'd be like, oh, I gotta expand, and then you're like, but then I'd have to move everything, and I give up. So
Yeah. No,
You
it's
know, like
that.
sometimes online, if you get in an argument with somebody and they spell something wrong, that you correct them and they're like, oh, whatever, it's not school. Like that's how I felt about Factorio. Is like I was using my leisure time to like do all these optimization problems, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, it's satisfying when you get them done. Don't get me wrong, but you're also like, oh my god. And then when you do it in public too, like you got viewers watching you, they
Yeah,
leave a
and you
message that's like, here's how you do it better, but it scrolls by in like a second, and you're like, oh my god, it's my nightmare.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It gets to a point where it just feels like work. It's like no longer fun. It's just
Yeah. No,
and
I
it's
hear
so
that.
complicated. You feel like I wish I was just getting paid for this effort.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
so if you're not even streaming it or whatever, it's like, what the hell am I doing?
It's like when I watched Scott Manley play Kerbal Space Program, and you're like, this
Oh, man,
that
game
just
is
like
great.
yeah, it is, yeah, like,
I
but
love it.
it's so like I've had people in chat help me with it, which I mean is absolutely necessary because there's so much detail and actual math behind it. I'm like, I would
Yeah.
like I'd need to enroll in some kind of class to otherwise play this effectively.
Oh, it's so satisfying though when you like,
Mm-hmm.
get into orbit for the first time and stuff. Like, it's
yeah.
such a good game.
Yeah, like I got to the point where, and I'd forgotten now, but this is probably like last year, people were, so I could actually get it. So my orbit was perfectly circular and like perfectly level. Like I actually knew how to get it to that point, which is a very satisfying feeling. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm still excited for 2 whenever the heck it comes out, because there's going to be multiplayer and space
Yeah.
colonies and stuff like that, and I think that's going to be
It's-
like
Yeah, I think it'll be great, but
Yeah.
it's been delayed.
till
I think
2022, I think.
oh no.
Yeah.
If like you could run the science part of it, and I could just like, I don't know, run like the business facing part of the operation,
Yeah.
I think that would be a great division of labor. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you can't do the business part, but I definitely am not the best at the science part. So
I don't care about the business part personally. I mean, so you go for it. It'll be like your hand and brain chess, but it'll be
yeah,
hand and brain
yeah,
space.
wallet and beaker.
Dude, yeah. That'll be good. I'm interested to see like how many people can play the multiplayer too, cuz like part of me is like, I know Dan's not too big into KSP stuff,
Yeah.
and I would probably regret it, but I would love if he like just like was building rockets and then like blew up our base or something.
There's I'm trying to think, like, in terms of like actual co-op games like in space, there's not really that many, is there? Like that would be like Kerbal or survival like on a planet or whatever. Like there's one called Astroneer. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, we played a lot of that maybe like 4 years ago.
Right.
Like, I thought that game was good, and it's like a nice, because it's not like logistics driven, like it's not complicated. It's just like, oh, you need this, then build this generator out of 6 bars.
Yeah, yeah. What's the other one? There's that one.
No Man's
that one's sort of-
Sky?
No, not
Satisfactory?
No Man's Sky. No, there's one like super kind of complicated one. that-
Space Engineer.
No, I think
No?
I know.
Malf, I think it was the one that you and I tried to play for.
Oh, Stationeers? Is that-
It might be Stationeers. Yeah, it's the one where you can program a solar panel to
Yep.
like follow the
Yeah,
sun.
Yep, that's
that-
Stationeers. Yeah.
That's like
And
the
it's-
first hour of Stationeers. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. It's crazy, right? It's I was trying to think of the name of it. Sorry, I could not remember it. But
have
yeah,
have you never played Space Engineers?
Space Engineers I played, yeah. A while back. I don't know, maybe it's changed a bit since I last played it.
I
but-
played with a guy, like I've got like, I don't know, 80 or 100 hours in it, but he, like, I mean, he's a programmer, like he does that for a living, and I guess if you want, you can, he wrote a script. So we had basically set up a base on a planet, and then we had the mothership or whatever that was just floating. So we actually
Right.
wrote a script, and we built this little mining drone. So it would go out and it would mine stuff, and then
Right.
it would know to come back to like our little spaceport and just like auto dock and like deliver the stuff. I mean, it was,
Oh my god.
yeah, like that's
insane.
way beyond me, but I mean, it's really
I love the
cool.
sound of that though. Like,
Yeah,
that kind of
it's-
stuff is great.
it's a good game for sure, but it's not the easiest learning curve, and also, when you spend tons of time building your special ship and then like you just forget to break a few seconds earlier and then you smash into something else and well,
Yeah, that's gotta not feel great, I guess.
yeah.
What about have you guys ever played Satisfactory? Did you guys play that?
We did for 3
Yeah.
hours.
Right.
That was like some of the maddest I've ever been at, Dan. I think. We played
Yeah,
Satisfactory in the co-op. Because I can't remember why.
because he kept
Like,
trying
I
to like
kept-
play stuff and then read to get it like perfectly centered, and you're like, Dan, just place the freaking thing, and he's like, it's gotta be perfect.
I think he also kept like he always, whenever we play stuff that requires that kind of like engineering know-how, he always tries to like do his own thing.
Right.
And then but sometimes you just need like 4 heads working on the same problem for a bit. Or no, yeah, that's right. I made something with the conveyor. You're absolutely right, Mal. The conveyors didn't look right in his brain. So after you spend like 25 minutes trying to get the thing just to work in the first place, he would be like, "Oh, like can you just completely dismantle it so that it looks perfect?" And you're just like, "Man, I'm a little upset."
It's like, yeah, between you and Dan, it's kind of like the opposites of just like, you know, he
I'm like 100% function over form.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in between. I get where Dan's coming
I
from.
think
Like
I've unplugged my headphones. Sorry, guys.
Oh.
you know, Satisfactory was a weird one because it was kind of awkward to place stuff and line it all up properly. Like
Yeah.
the buildings were just too big. Like it kind of drove me nuts
Dang
sometimes.
headphone cord, dude.
I think what was it? Fallout 4 as well, when you had the base crafting.
Oh my
Like
god.
any game where you cannot snap to grid, like frig off. It was such a fun kind of idea being able to build bases, but when I couldn't line up the like wall
Yeah.
onto the corner of the foundation, like I had to freeball it. I was just I don't understand why you wouldn't have snap to grid.
Well, Fallout 4 was like so janky sometimes as well, right? But man, some of the stuff I played Fallout 4 like kind of recently. I think like maybe less than a year ago. I played it quite a bit because I wanted to just like do one of the storylines I hadn't done yet. Like I never did the Institute
Yeah.
like ending.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, oh well, whatever. I'll try it out. I mean, whatever. The Fallout 4 story is like fairly well documented as not being like the greatest or whatever, and that's fine. Like I feel like it makes up for it in the fact that you can build like all these dumb settlements and whatnot. But in the end, I had like, oh my god, I had an arena. I set up an arena, okay, with like these platforms. Like there's a blue platform and a red platform. So you could recruit people to your settlement and you could assign them to one of the teams, right?
Oh.
And as long as they were behind doors, they would just stand on these platforms. But then I had like this whole system hooked up where like I could I could press like a button and the doors would open and then the doors of the arena would close and then these two would just have to duke it out to the death sort of thing. So that was again like the initiation thing with the dubs in RimWorld. I was initiating people like to come into like the settlement by having these like gladiator matches or whatever. And then when they would die, I could throw them into this pit, and I had like all like the contraption DLC and everything set up so that their bodies would get processed.
Oh my gosh.
So I just had like a human meat factory in the end, and I even got like a mod where it was like a Soylent Green mod. So you needed human meat to make like tinned
That's pretty
tinned
sweet.
human meat, and you could make like pallets of it and boxes of it and stuff. But of course, like after you process them, you get like all their gear and their caps and like their weapons and stuff, and that was all great. I'd break it down and recycle it and stuff. And then their bones would get sort of like separated off the line, and they went into this gigantic vat of bones. And in the end, my FPS was suffering because there was just so many bones in this pit. Like it had to render so many separate objects, I guess, or whatever. Oh, but the noise that the bones would make was just, it's like really creepy, like, because Fallout's kind of janky, so like some of the bones would just jiggle like for no reason. So you'd just be like watching like this gladiator fight, but you'd hear like this whole pit of bones behind you like jiggling and stuff. It was kind of a dark time, but man, it was super fun too.
Sips, can you show me how to use this magical book over here?
Oh yeah, that's the enchanting table. So it's kind of ready to go. You can do some enchanting if you want. So see your level like in the middle of your button bar.
Yeah.
So this like all this stuff costs your XP, right? So you have to put some lapis in.
Okay.
So you put like a piece of lapis in for like the sort of grade of the enchant that you want. So like if you have like a diamond sword or something like that, put the sword in the left slot and then put 3 pieces of lapis into the right slot, and then you'll get like 3 choices of the enchant that you want.
Oh, okay.
And then you pick the one you want. But there's like a number like in there, and I think the highest we can get is like 14 right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'm only level 8 anyway, so.
Right. So there you go. Like you can still
that's
enchant
pretty
and it's
cool.
fine, but they're not like the best enchants. Like the best enchants come when we have enough bookcases like around the book table thing to push it to 30, and then you want to be like over level 30 yourself.
No, I'm sorry.
Experience-wise.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We got him. We're gonna get him.
Oh God, move. Got him. That was close. Jesus. Oh my God.
Oh,
Teamwork
man.
made the dream work that time. That was great.
Oh, that was. I had flashbacks to MALF's canola farm.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, enchant away for now. It doesn't matter because like a lot of these tools that we have now are just gonna break anyway. You might as well just like fart around with it. But
Sure.
we'll get to a point where we have enough bookcases to like get like the really good enchants and stuff. And then enchants, it's kind of like it's kind of like gambling. Like it cycles. So the 3 that you get there in the list, once you enchant one of them, the next time you enchant, you'll get 3 different ones. So sometimes you just want to cycle it. If you get 3 really terrible ones, you can just enchant a book instead to cycle it through and try to get better ones next time, so that you're not just wasting enchants on like diamond tools and stuff, because you don't want to just chuck away diamonds, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know if I explained that properly, but
no, I think I understand completely.
there's like a process to it. I don't know. But yeah,
I'm sure
in
chat will
the
tell
end,
me,
when you have
yeah.
like all these great enchants on your gear, you just become like this monster. You mine everything super fast. You like shovel everything super fast. You kill stuff really fast. You can enchant all your armor so that you can take more hits and stuff like that. It's pretty great. You just get to the point where you're like kind of unkillable, unless you fall into like like off the end into a hole where you can't get your stuff back, which can happen. But
Sounds nice.
yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want to go out in like a big blaze of showmanship,
That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, just the razzle dazzle. Mr. Saturday Night. Lost all my stuff in a black hole. It's gone.
Well, yeah, there you go. My shovel is slightly faster now. How about that?
Perfect.
It's not for nothing. Hey, you jerk. Joke's on you. I got a diamond sword now.
Joke's on you. You just shot your own mustard.
No monsters scare me anymore. Dude, like when quarantine's eventually over, my nieces are going to be so proud of how good at Minecraft I am.
Dude.
How old is your niece?
Like 9 and 5, I think.
Nice. Yeah, they
I'm
will
going to be like,
impressed.
yo, check it out. I've got an enchanted diamond shovel. They're going to be like, what?
Man, kids these days though, like they read wikis and stuff,
I know.
Actually, I noticed that you didn't get the level 30 enchant, which is very inefficient, and I have 25 wikis open to back me up. Like that. So kids are basically just Twitch chat.
That is kind of what they're like.
It
All right,
is.
so like, I would say in some ways I have like a literal sense of humor. So there are multiple times that I've started like a joke over the course of my content by calling my nieces dumb, which they aren't for their age. They seem quite bright, but based on, adult intelligence, they're not quite at that level, right? So my sister-in-law, the mother of the nieces, is she was talking to us on like this group chat that my wife is in with her, and she's like, oh, the kids are gonna watch like some of your and Ryan's videos. Is that okay? And we were like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not
Please do
only for one do like we like swear or talk about like adult themes or something, but like beyond that, like sometimes I'll tell like a story about my niece, and sometimes I'll be like, she's not that smart because she's like 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Can you imagine if you? And by the way, the punchline of this story is that she's just letting her kids watch our videos. So I don't know, they'll probably get bored pretty soon, I hope, and then maybe never make it to the videos where like I make fun of them a little bit, because I don't think they're gonna have the same sense of humor about
Well,
it that
that's
I do.
how big is your back catalog? Because like,
Oh, thousands.
okay, well, I mean, geez. And do you remember like what game were you playing when you called your niece dumb? Because like,
Oh, there's too
All
many to
of
count.
them.
Yeah,
just every video. Hi guys, it's your boy here again. By the way, my niece is really dumb.
Just-
Anyway, let's get going.
The intro for every video.
I'm like,
I mean,
yeah, you
that
should
would be a really
watching that
unique
stuff.
selling point, though. Like, you don't really hear many YouTubers open like that.
It's very true.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's niece hater 69 here again with another.
I don't
Jason
hate my
Tarkov video.
nieces. They're lovely. They just, you know, compared to the average adult, they're not as smart yet. One day they'll be smarter,
Yeah.
in all likelihood, at least.
I don't know though. Like, it depends, right? Like what kind of smart are you talking about? Like street smarts or like book smarts?
They don't think critically. Like they don't know how to tell a story yet. Is really
No.
the most
Yeah.
frustrating part, because like when a kid tells a story, there's not like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like the
No.
whole story is just like
It's a
idea,
mess.
and then oh, and by the way, and you're like, oh yeah, let me guess. What happens if the emperor gets hungry? Oh, the emperor can't get hungry because he has anti-hunger powers, and then like it just builds over and over. It's not like the story is not like a building, it's just like a pile of ideas, you know?
Yeah, I always feel like kids' stories are like. Did you guys ever watch Mad TV when it was on?
I did, yeah.
Not a lot, no, but a
You
little.
remember Stuart from Mad TV?
Oh yeah.
That's like the way he talks and the way that he sort of explains what's happening or whatever is every kid's story ever, pretty much. Like that soft spoken, like, and I went to the store and then I came back from the store and then and it's like, okay, what are you trying to tell me here? Like
Yeah, get to the point.
all this stuff I can pretty much figure out because I was with you at the time, or like, you aren't capable of that many things yet, like I always feel like anytime my kids are telling me story, I always, if I close my eyes, I can just like see Stuart there, like, with the pushing his feet out and just being like kind of weird and stuff. I don't know. I mean, they don't look like him, but
Yeah, I mean he was like a 45-year-old man or something.
he's so funny though. I don't know. I still go back to those every once in a while. Like, you can find them on YouTube.
Oh, that's what I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say. That's like it's boomer YouTube.
Yeah, no, that is for sure. Yeah.
It's like, hey, check out this. Like, oh, I do it too. Like, oh man, remember that like Mr. Show sketch from like 22 years ago, or I
Oh
don't even
my
know, like
God.
28 years ago now.
You remember the insult comic dog that used to be on Conan? What was it?
Yes, Triumph. The insult comic dog.
And they had that, and they're like the guy who did the voice for him or wrote it, like had was it Saturday TV Funhouse or whatever?
Yeah.
Like all those shows. But I feel like that's like big time boomer humor now too. Like, if you tried to show that, like I remember showing Stuart to chat one day, like this is before all the DMCA stuff. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was
oh man,
gonna
do you guys
ask.
remember Stuart from Mad TV? And then everybody's like, what? No, like I didn't even watch that show. And then I pulled up a clip and everybody was just like, you can't really gauge reactions well on Twitch because like you can't see the people, but I just imagined a bunch of people not laughing, and I was like crying laughing because it's just the combination of like nostalgia and whatever, but like, oh man.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
saying that. Like my mom was here when we first had the baby, so that she could help out a lot, and of course, like it's her first grandchild, so she wanted to be around. But every once in a while, like she doesn't know the internet etiquette of like, I like not just recommending things, but then also like forcing you to watch it with them. So
Right.
she would always be like, "Hey, did you ever see like that, ultimate lip sync show on TV?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." Which is like step one of like, I'm never gonna. And then she would be like, "Yeah, you should really check it out sometimes. It's so funny." And I would be like, "Oh, maybe I'll give it a shot," which is like getting a little stronger. And then she would just pull out her phone and like go let me find it. And then like it takes, and I love my mom. Don't get me wrong. This is kind of rude,
It seems like you hate your nieces, you hate your mom.
Yeah, gosh, man.
But you know, to find the video, she doesn't just search like the keywords she needs to get it to pop up. She like goes to YouTube and types in like ultimate lip sync, and then there's like 1,000 videos that she's got to sort
There's
through.
always some like back roadway, right, that they use.
Yeah.
It's never like just the like go to search and search for this thing. It's like, oh, actually the way I find them is I go to a cooking video first and I hope that it comes up in the recommended.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, I try a different cooking video. Like, yeah.
So she would do, and then, you know, she'd click on a video and then we watch the ad, and then after it starts, she's like, no, I don't think this is it. And you're like, oh my God. So it's been like 4 or 5 minutes of just like trying to find this video I don't want to watch. And then she finally finds it, and you look at the runtime, and it's 8 minutes long, and you're like, oh my God. And you like, I don't know, I'm very uncomfortable with the part where like you watch a video that somebody wants you to watch, and then you kind of have to laugh, or you have to stonewall them and be like, this isn't funny. It's uncomfortable.
The funniest video I've ever seen in my life, and to this day I can still cry from laughing watching it, even though I've seen it about 1,000,000 times. I don't know if maybe you guys have seen it or maybe you haven't, but it's that one where the kid tries to prank his dad by hiding in the garbage can, and his dad throws out like this massive bag of like bottles like onto the kid. Okay, but it's not the original video. It's a guy reacting to the video, and he just loses it, and it's so. Oh, hang on, I gotta find it. You gotta see it now. It's so funny. Hang on. Kid pranks dad.
No, just search pranks on YouTube and then click through a few hundred.
No, I'll see if the recommended comes up. Okay.
See, this sounds great. I'm always up for a video like that.
Okay, yeah, watch this. There's no like DMCA or anything. It's just the best.
I'll take a look then.
I want to see if you guys
I'm gonna prank my dad.
can appreciate this one.
He's a little kid, wow.
It's got a little bit of everything in it, you know. It's got some contagious laughter and like the kids. Whoa!
It's pretty good.
It's a good one. For me, it ticks a lot of boxes.
Oh, that's good.
It just kept up with the drink.
I really like that one. One of the best.
Oh,
That's good content right there.
I still really like that one. One of my brothers showed it to me, but it's that one big super rich preacher dude or whatever.
Oh, Joel Osteen?
Maybe he looks like a demon, kind of.
Right.
But it's like videos of him, and you know, he'll do these very just like, you know, he gets right into the speeches, but there's a lot of pauses and stuff like that too. And so somebody just dubbed in like a bunch of farts in between, and like, I don't know. I always lose myself because it's very good. Yeah.
Oh man, I love some farts.
Farts are good.
I don't know why. Like I'm 40 years old, and like, you know, I still make a lot of like fart and poop jokes because I have kids who, you know, find it hilarious or whatever. But man, even if I didn't, like, I still find farting hilarious. Like
me too.
I don't know. Like it's just the noise, or it just does it for me. You know, like
If they had twice the noise but no smell, I would fart constantly. Unfortunately, they have twice the noise and twice the smell usually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think like for a while I could kind of get away for it, you know, like when I first met my wife, it was like whatever, you know, like oh, this guy's hilarious, you know, farting all the time. But now it's just become like so tiring, like
Yeah.
and we're so like comfortable with each other that I don't even apologize anymore or anything. It's just like, oh well,
Get a whiff of
this
this.
is me. I just can't help myself now.
I can't even get away with it. Like, so like I fart, and we've been over this on my end like many times, but I like will go to another room or even like another floor to fart, but then sometimes like she'll come into that room like a minute later, and then she'll be like, "Did you fart in here?" And I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" Like, there's no safe place for me to fart if you're gonna wander like that.
Man,
I don't know. I gotta like fart in a bottle and then put a cap on it or something.
just
I don't know.
wait until your daughter is like a bit older.
I could
like,
maybe run the
especially
water
when
under, but I
when your
actually
daughter
wanna
starts,
see
like,
it.
eating, and not just having milk all
Yeah.
the time. Her farts will change and
Okay.
start to smell, and then you can kind of get away with a bit of farting.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Yeah, because I know it sounds like a kind of like a punk move to like blame your kids for the smell that you made, but sometimes you just need like a day off, right, from the
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
from the judgment. So
Hey, I'm knocking out the mortgage here, so like,
yeah,
cut me some slack.
exactly. You just gotta. No, it wasn't me this time. But it was you. But their farts can really stink, so you can kind of get away with it.
That's actually, yeah, my nephew, he's big into farting. That's great. Like sometimes I'll be like, hey, Elwood, go
Your
fart.
nephew's name is Elwood,
Yeah,
like Dan Aykroyd's Blues alter ego.
I guess so. I mean, we just call him L, but
Right.
like go fart on him, and he'll just go and do it.
What? Just like farts on someone?
He can fart on command. Yeah, it's great.
Jeez.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild.
he's a skinny little punk, but he knows how to fart. That's for sure.
How old is he?
He just turned 10, I think. Actually, yeah, he's a New Year's Eve baby.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He just turned 10 and he's got
Yeah.
that much control over his.
Oh, for years. I mean, he's been doing it for years. He laughs about it too. Like it's a game. Like I can't fart on command, but sometimes I'll pretend that I can. So I'll like
I
pin him.
can.
I'll pin him down, and I'll be like, I'm gonna fart, and he'll be like, No, don't do it.
I can't fart on command, but like I can almost do it because I know there's certain situations where against my will I will just fart now. Like
Oh, yeah.
like if you have to like bend down to like pick up soup from the bottom shelf at the grocery store, like one is coming out for sure. Like there's nothing I can do about it. Even if I like just pre-clench and everything, it's just like
Yeah.
my body's just
understand.
decided whatever.
You'll better buckle in. It's gonna be.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes like not all the time, but like, sometimes you're like walking and you just, you feel the urge. But then you think it's just gonna come out, quietly,
Yeah.
but then you've taken like 15 steps and you farted each step loudly. Like you just can't help it,
Have you ever done it where you're like alone in the elevator and you're just like,
No, I've never had the balls to do that. I've
Oh,
always
and
just-
then somebody
I'm
like
always
on the
the-
next floor, they like get in, and you're like, well, this is
That's
awkward.
dude. So many
Oh,
times
God.
if I'm like I park my car and then I go into the parking garage with the elevator, the lobby, and I like have to fart and I let one out, and then the elevator doors open and there's somebody standing there, and I always like in my head I try to like rehearse a line. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the other day I was like, if somebody's inside of the elevator when the doors open, I'm just gonna go, man, it smells like somebody shit themselves down here. But luckily the doors opened and it was thankfully it was empty, so my shame was spared.
I feel like I should do like I've got this idea and I feel like it could work, and maybe I should send it to like Super Seducer or something like that. Like it's like a bit of an icebreaker, but could lead to like some better things. So you go in an elevator, and then what you do is like you get off at the second floor, but before you get off, you fart, and then you walk up to the third floor, and you pretend to wait for the elevator because you know that it's on the second floor and you've just farted in it, right?
Oh.
And if at the third floor, let's say, somebody else is waiting for the elevator and you both get in at the same time, she has no idea that you've just been on it and you farted, right? You get in there and you're like, oh, who died in here? By the way, my name is Jerry. Like it's just like a good icebreaker, a lead in, right? Yeah.
And then,
But
like 4 years later, she puts it together after you're married and have.
She figures it out.
It's Dirty John season 3 right there.
Wait a second. I recognize this smell. What the fuck? Just like pieces it together. Yeah, no, that would be devastating, but no, feels like tricky, but I think if you did like some scouting on the other floor first, and you could kind of engineer it a bit, right?
A lot of work for a
take
fart.
a very long time. Yeah, there's a lot of setup and a lot of timing involved. Like,
Yeah,
it's very complicated.
It is, yeah. It's maybe a bit too elaborate. Oh god.
What would be a power move is if you just got on the elevator, openly farted, and then
And then you just sort of stared at the other person. Yeah. Assert your dominance. No, I could never do that either.
No,
I'd feel terrible.
be mortified for sure. Yeah, it's not that I'm like that nice of a guy. I would just be very embarrassed for sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Here's the thing: like, it's a natural thing. Like, everybody farts, I'm told. But at the same time, it's like, as MALF will tell you, I don't take pride in it, but like, I've got a fouler.
Oh, they
recipe.
got a stench for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
like
know
a
what some
diet
kind
thing,
of
or maybe it's just
genetic composition. I don't know, some kind of dietary or gut biome or
Yeah,
something.
unique gut bacteria.
Do you eat yogurt or anything?
Oh, never. So I don't know.
No, me
That
neither.
might be part of it.
Well, I think that's pretty good for like, gut biome health and stuff, but yogurt's just kind of gross.
You don't
I
like
just
it?
don't like it.
It's not my favorite.
It's just I don't know what it is. It's just kind of tastes like sour and just kind of gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's always my least favorite part of like an airplane breakfast is when they give you the yogurt with it.
Oh,
Oh
no,
man, I don't even touch them.
What? Oh man.
Just eat the bread.
I just eat the cake and
Yeah.
just eat the chocolate or whatever, and that's it.
I get
I don't
so hungry on a plane though. Like, I'll eat things I don't even like.
Yeah, I don't eat meat, so
Oh, I didn't know actually.
most of my air travel meals, like in the past 15 years, have been sort of like, which is actually pretty nice. It works out pretty good. You can get like a nice curry or
Yeah.
like pasta.
I choose to get the vegetarian one.
Yeah.
Cause it's just like a safer bet. Like I think, you're cooking meat and stuff on a plane, and it's probably not the best quality. I mean, ravioli or.
I mean, they're just microwaving all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way around it.
So I hope they don't have like huge pots of boiling liquid. in
Can you
the
imagine?
back.
Yeah.
Seems a little dangerous.
They got like a fucking stone, like a stone like pizza oven on there and stuff. Oh man. Well, I mean, you get like the authentic. Well, I guess it depends on the airline too, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be a bit weird.
Have you ever gone back to the galley to ask for a drink on an airplane?
Yeah, I mean, like it depends because some like for a couple of I haven't done it often, but like I've done it a couple of times where I've like upgraded, like when I got to like the airport.
Nice.
But it's a lot cheaper, right? Like on the day to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Like if you book a ticket like in business class, it's like 3-4 times as like more expensive than economy. So normally I just like book an economy ticket, or if like I'm going somewhere, like somebody's like sending me somewhere, like like say we did a thing with like Blizzard and they fly you out to LA, like they'll always just book you an economy ticket. So like to my mind, if they've already paid for an economy ticket, I just think like, okay, well, I'll see how much the upgrade is, and if it's like about as much as an economy ticket, then I can just pretend that I just paid for an economy ticket, right? Like,
Sure, yeah.
that's how I justify it or whatever. So like when you're in business or like even premium economy, the galley's open all the time. And there's
You can
drinks.
just walk in.
Yeah, snacks,
Wow.
whatever. You just go right up. Like you can just stand there like the whole flight if you want to, like unless there's turbulence or whatever. And like oftentimes people are just back there like chatting or whatever. But yeah, you can just go back and get
that's
drinks
pretty
and like like pretzels, and sometimes they have like cookies and stuff. It's pretty good. But yeah, in economy, you can, like nothing like that. Like there's just too many people, right? Like economy's
Yeah.
huge.
I did have it happen once. I always feel like when you fly like on a non-North American airline, they kind of treat you like a human being.
Yeah.
And an adult on top of it. So like one time I flew on Lufthansa, and
Right.
it was like an Airbus A380, which is like
The big
huge.
boy, yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah, if you want some snacks, we just put like a huge bag of pretzels down in the lavatory area. So just go down there and grab some. And I was like, this is awesome. I probably ate like 8 or 9 bags of pretzels over the course of the whole flight because
Nice.
like once an hour, you're like, I'm just bored.
Yeah,
What
need
should
some
I
more
do?
pretzels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like if it's so boring being on a flight and it just like dries you out. You're always like thirsty or hungry and
Yeah.
fidgety and stuff. Like if there's stuff available, I'll always just like find some reason to go up there and eat it or whatever. I don't know. It's like I find air travel nowadays much better just because you have like a phone or a tablet, and like if you can get a game or like
Oh,
some
yeah.
movies or whatever on there, it's a lot more bearable. But I remember going on flights when I was younger because like my grandparents lived out in Victoria,
Yeah.
and even from Ottawa, it's like it's like a 4 hour flight, like 4 or 5 hour flight. And for a kid, like sitting on a plane for that long, oh
Long
my
time,
God,
yeah.
it just felt like an eternity. It was the worst.
Yeah. I once flew. Well, I was going over to. It was Europe. Either way, it was like a 6 hour flight or 7 hours, and
Yeah.
but I was in economy, and I was like in the middle row, and to my left was like this mom and her kid, and the kid was beside me, and then to my right was another dude or whatever. So like I was squished in the middle, and this kid's like maybe like 6 or 7 years old, and like I bought the ticket, right? Like, and it was not cheap either, and the whole time he's trying to take the armrest, and like I'm in the middle. You don't get a lot when you're in the middle, right? Like if I
No,
gotta
yeah.
go to the bathroom, I gotta go through people, and yeah, so he's like putting his arm on there, and I'm like a little passive aggressive at first. I'm kind of slowly shoving it off, and then he just starts like trying to push me off, and I had to turn to him at one point, and I said no. And he just like looked at me. But I mean, in my mind, I'm like, this kid didn't pay for this, you just watch your movie or whatever. This is my armrest. This is the one thing I get on this flight. And but yeah, I hated it. It was a terrible flight.
No.
You just had to. Where were you going in Europe? Like, where have you been in Europe?
I think that was to Copenhagen.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I was there for like a few times for work. At my old workplace, like we were building, like an offshore wind farm, and the office was based out of Amsterdam. So like I went
Nice.
and I was there for about a month, and then I had a few like work meetings and stuff in Denmark as well, because the turbine supplier, like their office or one of their offices was in Denmark, and I've been to Norway a few times, and Germany, and not a lot of other places. So
No, I mean those are all pretty nice places though. Like Norway's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Denmark, I'm not sure.
It's. I
Sorry
mean,
if
I
you're
like
Danish.
it. I don't know. A lot of people have heated opinions about Denmark or whatever, but it's like
Really?
it's weird. You'd be in a, a city, or a city to us is different, right? It'd be like 50,000 people, and to them that's like oh,
big
welcome
place.
to the town or welcome to the village or something like that. I'm like, there's
Yeah,
50,000 people here, man. But yeah, I mean, I really like Copenhagen. It was quite nice, and I have like on my mom's side is Danish too, so
Oh, okay.
although she's never been there, I'd love to take her there sometime and like, yo, this is
Nice
Denmark.
airport.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's very, very, very chill. Very chill.
Yeah, they're like pretty nice places. Like there's like and scenery wise too, like beautiful too, right? Like it's
Yeah. It's just
I
I
don't know.
like the lunches too, in like Norway and Denmark. It's just like, here's some pate, here's some sweet bread and cheeses and deli meats and like spreads, and you're like, all right, like let's
Dude,
get
I'm
it
all
going.
About that.
Yeah,
oh my god,
I'm
yeah,
all
that's
about
good.
that.
yeah. Although
was,
what's the one, I always forget the name of it. It's like bread with butter and then they put sprinkles on it.
Oh, fairy bread?
Yeah. I tried it. I was like, I mean, it's not terrible, but like, also, like, why are you all eating this right now?
Yeah,
I've
you're
never even
supposed
heard
to-
of that. Is
it's-
that like a was that Denmark or?
That was
think
when
it's
I
a-
was in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Oh, in
yeah, it's a
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Dutch thing, I think.
I guess
Yeah.
yeah.
We
I don't
do
know
it
what
like
is.
at lunch, the cafeteria and whatnot, and people would just, you get your assortment of stuff, but there'd usually be a few people making that, and it's like, all right.
Like adults would
Yes.
make bread, butter, and sprinkles for lunch.
Yes,
That's
this is
horrible.
in the work cafeteria.
Like eating just like pizza or chicken nuggets or whatever. Like that's pretty bad. But bread, butter, and sprinkles is pretty terrible.
I mean, that wasn't all they were eating, right? Like, I mean, you'd have an assortment of stuff, but yeah, man, that's great.
So do you not work there anymore then? Or are you like
No, yeah, like, I worked there during school, and then like for like a decade after I graduated, and then I left near beginning of
Hostile takeover.
2019, I think.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember. Yeah, so
I
that
mean, it
was
sounds like a pretty interesting job though, as far as jobs go, I guess. Like
Yeah, it was. I mean, I really enjoyed it for the most part, but then the last few years that I was there, like my boss that had been my boss for quite a while, he had left, and the company was also growing a lot, which is obviously good for the company, but there was a ton of turnover at that point where traditionally like people would work there and it was like a lot more family oriented, but as soon as the company got on the international scale, it just kind of it got a little wonky, and my new manager's he's not a good manager, so it just kind of it made it difficult because it became clear after a couple years of performance reviews that there wasn't really a way up at that point, and that's kind of
Right.
frustrating when you're like, you want to, like my old boss would have given me, more responsibility or given me more stuff to do, and this guy's just kind of content to like keep the status quo, which is not really ideal when you're, early 30s, right? I mean, it's kind of like,
yeah, you're like a lot more ambitious, or you're trying to do like different stuff or whatever. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. So I mean, then there's a lot of other factors and stuff too. It just became didn't look forward to going to work at that point. So that's kind of when I was like, let's figure something out. And yeah, so
This is not meant to be rude, but do you think it's a coincidence that right after you left, their stock price began to triple?
It's like just all off the back of MALF.
finally
quitting.
this low-level peon is gone.
He was no good for our wind farms. he didn't install them correctly.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
man.
technically, it did go up once when I was there after, yeah, because we had, like the projects are always like really iffy. Like most of the stuff doesn't like it's early development and it dies there, and then once it starts to go late development, and then you're like doing all the contracts and all the financial stuff, and it starts to look iffy, like, oh, are they going to be able to pull this off and keep it, you know, on schedule and at cost? And once you get past a certain point, then the stock just goes up. So
Yeah.
they've completed a few projects since then, so it's, you know,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, it's really cool, like, getting to work on stuff. Like, I would work on it from, I'd get involved in kind of late development and then work during, because I was in like construction management and project management, so
Right.
you get to work on it and be a part of it as it's being built, and then afterwards you're like, yo, like, even though I'm not the one, like, you know, constructing it, you're like, you know, I help make it in a way, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta. I guess everybody plays their part, right? It's not just
Yeah.
like.
It's
That sounds pretty cool, though.
yeah, it's neat. You get to see a lot of cool technology and stuff like that too. And I mean, now wind turbines in particular are getting, I mean, they're
Yeah,
massive. Like,
You're seeing them all over the place now, right? Like,
yeah,
Killing all the birds, man.
Yeah.
man.
Making all that goddamn noise as well. Have you ever been close to one? Holy jeez, they're loud.
They're majestic
Not
though
the
in the
ones-
distance.
They're pretty impressive, though. Honestly.
yeah.
The
Like,
ones MALF worked. The MALF worked on the quiet ones.
Yep,
oh, right, right.
we put silencers on them.
Nice. Like that.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that-
hate that. Like, this is like I have to go in like a minute. And this is, I feel like I've accomplished so little, and I have such great ambitions now.
No, we've done like a ton tonight. We've done a whole bunch of stuff.
Dude, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's 7:30.
Mountain's a little flatter at least, but
Oh man.
I mean, like, I gotta be honest. Like, I had a great time. One person in chat did say this is some of the worst content I've ever seen. I can't really even be mad because I really did just kind of like walk around in a big square, like removing one level of terrain.
I know, but the
over
thing
and over
is,
again.
it's that kind of game though, where you know, like you watch it on any given day and you think, holy crap, like this is going nowhere. But already since we've started, look at how much we've made. Like, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
MALF's got like a cool farm, like not too far away from where we are. Dan's made like a pretty cool farm. We've got like this big circle that's gonna grow into stuff. Like it just takes time, you know?
Yeah, you know, you always you overestimate what you can do in a small amount of time, and
Yeah.
underestimate what you can do with a large amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet though. Yeah, we'll have to like. I'm gonna have to go on an adventure, next session to find some
Yeah,
like potatoes and carrots and stuff. Cause, you know, I'm just planting all the wheat, so you know, there's lots of stuff, but I don't want this just to be purely wheat. So
No, of course not. Like, I think I found some other seeds. Let me just check while I'm here. There is over here sugar cane, if you want some of that.
okay,
You
yeah.
probably have some already. There's some kelp over here as well, which I used to make the elevator. You might want to make like some nice kelp fountain or something if you want.
Okay. no.
You can grow it like quite tall in the water, and there's like a whole bunch of different types of trees here too. Birch. Sorry, there's only two: birch and oak. That's all I
Okay.
got.
That's fine. I was
Sorry.
actually thinking of doing. I might even do like a separate arboretum at some point. You know.
There's flowers and stuff. Look, there's a lily pad here. I don't know if that's of.
Oh
any
no,
use to you.
that'll
I
be
think-
good for a little pond or something you can make.
Okay, yeah. There's a swamp right next to the base that's
Yeah.
filled with lily pads and stuff too. So,
Good.
and there's a whole bunch of flowers to the. I think it's the east. Pretty sure, like east of like the town hall thing that we're setting up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Dude.
food for thought, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So much work.
Is there a way to blow up stuff in Minecraft to save time? Yeah, you can make TNT, but
takes a lot of gunpowder.
Yeah.
it takes a lot of gunpowder, and it's not like easy to sort of. I mean, we could maybe blow up like a bunch of the mountain, like, but it's
Yeah, I feel
messy.
like that's what I'm doing next time. Probably go on some kind of like gunpowder voyage, or just collect it ambiently. And this is a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Well, where do you get gunpowder? Like, is it just?
Creepers drop it when you kill them.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I made a building in one of my other saves. It was like a creeper farm. It was like a
Oh.
gunpowder farm. So like you can make like a dark room, and if you make it high enough up in the air, you can make it so that the creepers fall down and take a lot of damage, but not enough damage to kill them. Well, actually, no, the creepers you can just kill straight away, because if they fall down and take fall damage and die, they still drop stuff. So like they can drop gunpowder, and then you can just you just make them die on a hopper, and then the gunpowder just goes into a chest, and it's like all automated. It's pretty good.
sorry, a
maybe make
creeper
one.
just walked up on me as you were talking about creepers.
Oh my god, they're so quiet, eh?
Oh, all right. I'm gonna get out of here, but it was a pleasure as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce
And-
as well, but yeah, this is fun.
I'm thinking, I'm on stream 6 days a week. I'm feeling like I'm Dadcrafting. I'm good to assign like a work order for at least like 4 days a week of
Yeah,
that.
I mean, anytime like this, like around this time, I'm just sort of like, I'm kind of just done. Like I just come back and just like usually play like Tarkov or whatever. So if you're around, just let me know. I'll jump in and we can do stuff.
all right. Good to know. And